Cardinal Burke has given a serious warning to the entire Catholic Church, choosing the Fatima commemoration to do it. He has spoken out against deceptions and betrayals, a message Rome has ignored for over a century, and hidden in his words is something even deeper that few dare to say out loud. Stay with us until the end. At a time when the Church seems to have lost its voice and the faithful are left searching for guidance in a world full of uncertainty, one voice stands out strongly and courageously, that of Cardinal Burke, who refuses to remain silent. During the Mass commemorating the July 13th apparition in Fatima, in a nearly empty yet deeply spiritual sanctuary, Burke delivered a warning, one so bold and unsettling that no one in the Vatican even dares to whisper it aloud, leaving many to wonder what truths remain hidden. The Church is experiencing a profound apostasy, a deep turning away from Christ and his teachings. This spiritual crisis brings confusion, division, and a loss of truth, leading many into darkness, violence, and despair. Only faith and courage can restore the light. If you like our work and what we share and you believe in being open and honest, please support us with a super thanks. Every video takes a lot of hard work looking things up and really caring. We put in our own money to keep this going, and your help lets us continue. Your support means everything to us. His words broke the silence like a sudden lightning bolt, sending shockwaves through the congregation and beyond. The atmosphere was tense, as if everyone present realized that something significant was about to unfold. He accused several church members of living in a way that goes against their faith's rules, suggesting that some had strayed far from the path expected of them. He spoke of a growing acceptance of a culture of lies and confusion, warning that this attitude was spreading within the Church itself. But this was just the beginning. The Cardinal's revelations hinted at deeper issues yet to be addressed. Eyewitnesses reported that the Cardinal also brought up other sensitive topics, challenging the status quo and urging for transparency. He pointed out that the message of Fatima, in its important current state, speaks of much greater matters than what official sources have revealed, suggesting that hidden truths remain to be uncovered. The impact of these accusations and revelations would echo far beyond the church walls, leaving many to wonder what would come next. His hints, subtle but clear to those who can read between the lines, have left many troubled and wanting to know how much the Vatican has gone against the main point of Mary's message. His speech wasn't just a simple religious talk, but a direct accusation against a church that, under Pope Leo XIV, seems more and more set on ignoring Fatima so it doesn't bother the world. What really stands out about what happened last Sunday isn't just how serious Cardinal Burke's words were, but more than that, it's the super loud silence from everyone else who was there. While he was up there all by himself at the altar, talking about the confusion, the tricks and the meanness that have even gotten into the church rooms, not a single bishop or high-ranking church leader showed up. The silence was deafening, echoing through the sacred halls. It was a stark reminder of the isolation and the unspoken tensions within the church. This scene clearly shows the church's current situation, a community marked by emptiness, uncertainty, and a sense of abandonment. An older cardinal, all by himself and outnumbered, stands as a symbol of resilience amid growing indifference. He finds the strength to tell the truth to people who are lost, searching for guidance in a world that often feels silent, and to leaders who would rather not listen, highlighting the church's struggle to be heard in these challenging times. During his sermon, Burke didn't just talk about falling away from faith in a general way. He pointed fingers at those in the church who, even if they don't openly say wrong things, actually turn away from the truth and love that come from Jesus' suffering heart, which is passed on through Mary's pure heart. Burke's accusations were clear and direct, targeting those who, in his view, betray the core teachings of the church. He emphasized the need for true adherence to the faith, calling out hypocrisy and urging a return to genuine devotion. These are strong words that don't make exceptions. Bishops, priests, religious people, and even regular church members who say they are open-minded but don't act that way. They are caught up in today's world. In that church in New Jersey, Cardinal Burke reminded those who were there, and maybe especially those who weren't there, that the message of Fatima isn't just a simple story for people who believe easily, but it's a serious warning for both the church and the whole world. Another unsolved topic that came up during the celebration was the third secret of Fatima, which keeps causing arguments and making people disagree, even among church leaders. During his sermon, Burke didn't talk about it directly, but his many past talks about it and the event itself have brought attention back to this mysterious part of the story. So, according to the official story, the third secret was fully revealed in the year 2000. That's when Cardinal Joseph Ratzinger, who was in charge of the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith back then, made a document public. This document showed a vision that felt like the end of the world, a pope walking through ruins, then being killed along with bishops, priests, and regular people. It was a very powerful image, but the Vatican said it was just a symbol. They connected it to the tough times the Church went through in the 20th century and the attack on Pope John Paul II. From the very beginning, though, many smart people and church leaders have said they don't agree with this explanation. They argued that what was shown was only a part of the secret, or that something very important was still missing. One of the most well-known people who doubted this was Father Ingo Dollinger, who was very close to Ratzinger. He publicly said that Ratzinger himself told him that there was more to the story than what had been shared. Dollinger said that the part not shared clearly talked about a harmful council and a dangerous mass that would threaten the Church in the near future. The Vatican at that time responded with an official statement in which it strongly denied this version, saying that the secret had been fully revealed. But the doubt has never completely gone away. The problem is still open. Many bishops and smart people still say that the third secret has exact details about the big problems with beliefs and church services that hit the Church after the council, and that because they were scared of scandals or people splitting up, it was never fully told. If we look at what Cardinal Burke has said and how steady he has been on these topics, it becomes clear why he puts so much importance on the Fatima message. It's a call to think not only about what has been shared, but also about what is still hidden. A big part of the Fatima message, which Cardinal Burke often talked about over the years, is about dedicating Russia to Mary's pure heart. The Virgin Mary clearly asked that the Pope, along with all the bishops, dedicate Russia. She said this would make Russia change for the better and bring about a time of peace. Over the last century, several popes have done similar things, but never exactly as requested. Pope Pius VII dedicated the world in a general way. In 1984, John Paul II chose not to mention Russia, so he wouldn't mess up the touchy political balance at the time. In 2022, Pope Francis included both Russia and Ukraine in a prayer of dedication, but he didn't say it was the same as what was asked for at Fatima. Burke, for his part, has clearly stated that the consecration has not been done in the way the Virgin Mary asked. He stressed how important it is for this to be a clear act, done with all the bishops together. Because these things were left out, many believers and experts are wondering if Pope Leo XIV will be the one to finally do what has been expected for over 100 years, saying the exact words and asking all the bishops around the world to join him in this act. Or will his time as Pope, like the ones before him, also stop at compromises and silence, leaving the promise of peace made in Fatima unfulfilled? What do you think? If you liked the video, write Amen in the comments. God bless you.